Yes, sir. We are back once again. Sunday, 7 p.m. is where you find us. Chris sees the internet live right here on YouTube Platform Collection. We are about to drop more episodes, though. It's not always going to be live. We're going to be dropping some episodes pre-recorded. We got some specials coming up for you guys. But if this is your first time tuning in, welcome. We talk about the internet on here, all things that go on there, and the faces and the people within the internet. Today, we are talking about branding. If you are into branding your brand per se, or if you're looking into marketing or how to keep a brand alive or the things that go behind it, the thinking behind it, today is a good day for you. You tuned into the right show. 86 Inka from the brand 86 Inka will be here, as well as the one and only Baby Orca himself, NOA JAMES.
Wow.
Will be in the house at the top of the hour. So we got 86 is coming up at 7:30, and then at 8:10, somewhere around there, we'll have NOA JAMES on. So welcome to Chris Sees the Internet. My name is KILLcRey. This is OG Hip Hop Eddie, my co-host.
What's up, everybody?
How's it going, man? Oh, I like your shirt, man.
Thank you, man.
Branding.
I
get it. I get it. You're currently brand. You got a platform collection over your shoulder, one on your shirt. Branding. I like the theme.
It's all over the place.
Yeah, man. Welcome to everybody who has tuned in from throughout the internets. I know we're on YouTube right now. We're on Twitch. We are on Facebook. We're on not Instagram, on Twitter. So everyone tuning in from all those platforms, thank you. If you're catching this on the audio only version, there is a video version, and it's always saved over on Platform Collection's YouTube page. So go over there, catch past episodes. We're in this. We're in this to win this, man.
We're in it.
And if you catch it live, man, you can always jump in the chat room, man. You know, that's always super dope. Shout out to people in the chat room right now. Shout out to Luna from OG Foods. What's up, girl? Millie Moreno, 7 October's the homies. People come in and out of the chat room all during the show. They're welcome to come in there. If we check it and you guys got questions, we might read them on the air. You guys might be able to join in on the conversation. So, Eddie, man, we're back.
Yeah,
we've had a cool week. We just shot a video for the Homegirl 7 Octobers. If you follow Platform Collection, 7 Octobers is one of the staff members and team members over at Platform Collection, and she just shot her first music video, which was super dope. Me and Eddie directed it.
Super excited.
We got to use a lot of your house in this shoot.
I know, man. Yeah.
We'd never really done that. But we found that we had a lot to shoot in your house. So we used a lot of that for background. Making things happen, y'all. And I think it cost us, I don't know, whatever we ate for lunch that day, right?
Yes.
And then that was it. Man, learn how to do your own stuff. Trust me, guys. It has been the blessing of my life. At least my capacity to learn how to do new things. I learned how to stream live. I learned to shoot my own videos. I learned to record my own music, produce my own music, mostly out of necessity, just to keep it real with you. No one was fucking with us.
And it's okay, man. Sometimes out there, the image is like, oh, you can't tell someone or you can't show someone. Yeah, be honest, and it'll just speed up your mental process to like, I got to reach somewhere farther so I can someone can provide maybe this equipment, or I can hire someone.
You got to do the first part by yourself is what you're saying. Yes. Do the first part by yourself, especially when you're trying to get on early on, man. You got to do it all yourself. We're here growing this YouTube page from nothing, and we're going to grow it. Watch. By the end of the year, you're going to see we got plans. We're not just getting on here live streaming shows for shits and giggles. We got some big plans. And if you follow this podcast, you can follow our other podcast on our network. The Parker Edison Project is an audio-only podcast. It streams on NPR's KPBS, so you can find that anywhere podcasts are found. Also, Gene Flo, another team member, has an all-beat radio show that comes out every other Thursday. It's super amazing. If you're a beat maker, you can send in beats. Eddie, where can they send those beats into?
Send them to hiphopeddie@gmail.com. Make sure it's 1 to 3 minutes and minimum of 3 beats.
Yes. So there you go, guys. Super dope. A lot of opportunities. If you're an artist, we're trying to be the place that you want to be, man, for real. We want you guys to
Make this like a home base for
yeah,
you.
this is a home base. If you're a painter, if you're a rapper, if you're anything within these worlds that rotate around our culture of hip hop, um, please. And even if you're from the outside and you're just curious and you're looking
Of
to gain some
course.
knowledge, we're always trying to give out some knowledge. We are on a path ourselves. When we find cool or new or interesting things, we share them on all of our shows. Today being one of those. Noah James is a longtime friend of ours. He's a hip hop artist. He is an entrepreneur. Um, he's a grandson. He's a lot of things, and he's going to be on 86 Inka. 86 Inka is a relatively newer brand. I only came to know it through our connections through the Happiness of Pursuit Festival. If you don't know, we help throw an annual festival, a hip hop festival, the largest indie hip hop festival in California, the Happiness of Pursuit Festival, created by 60 East. I found out about 86 Inka through that brand, and then the person we mentioned earlier, Gabby, she has worked with them. I think she's on a compilation that 86 Inka put out. But I just ended up meeting the people who run the brand at the Happiness of Pursuit Festival. I really like the way they work. I like their positive energy and attitude. And it's another one of those companies like ours that's really self-run by artists and creatives. And he's going to be on here today talking about how he started. We're going to get down to that. If you guys have questions about brands, or if you want to jump on your Instagram right now and you're in the live chat, this is the cool thing about tuning into the live show. If you're in the live chat, check out Noah James or 86 Inc on Instagram. Get yourself familiar with the brands. And if you guys get questions or stuff you want to know for yourselves, drop it into the chat room during the interview, and we'll try to get that asked for you, man.
Yeah, what a perfect opportunity for artists out there trying to see this piece of their brand.
Right, like of how to start the beginnings.
Right,
I'm gonna ask them about like what's important to them with their brands. What blocks have they run into? Right, like what are some things that that have gone wrong? Because we're trying to be as honest as possible on here, and I mean, let's be honest. Sometimes things go wrong, so I think that's really really dope.
Yeah, and they should be coming up pretty soon. A couple minutes, we'll get them on. And,
yeah, so 7:24. It's 7:24. And I think we got them on at 7:30. Let me make sure the Zoom is ready for them. But this week has been a dope week, man. Very creative. I'm definitely in a place lately where I'm really trying to get, because I've dealt with anxiety and depression my whole life, but I've gotten a lot better with it within the last couple years. I think I've really found some dope ways of dealing and facing with my anxiety and depression. And one of them is acceptance. Acceptance of all things as they are today and now, and dealing with all things moving forward in a positive way. Those are all things that I've been working on. And one of them, man, has been meditation. I meditate a lot. I'll be honest with you, man, I was not a meditation guy at the beginning. I didn't really see the sense of it. I tried it from time to time. I'm like, what? Close your eyes and just be quiet. The fuck is that? Like, that seems like doing nothing. And I realized like the strength of doing nothing and being in the moment, because I realized that the majority of my anxiety and depression comes from not being in the moment, kind of, constantly being in my head. So even when I'm talking to people, hanging out with people, dating people, a lot of the times I can be not present, right? Because I'm just constantly thinking, and I'm managing my depression and anxiety, and managing that sometimes becomes like a full-time job. So I'm constantly watching that. And what meditation has shown me, or at least as of late it has shown me, because I feel like I've kind of had a breakthrough with it, is it's really shown me to sit in the moment and accept the moment. Like if I'm meditating or if I'm hanging out with friends, the way to accept that moment is I'm hanging out with these friends. This is what I'm doing right now. I'm not thinking about tomorrow. I'm not thinking about other things. Or if I'm with a person, I'm enjoying this person's energy right now. I've made the time to do this. if I'm here, I should be enjoying it completely. Otherwise, why am I doing that? Means I'm putting myself out. I'm not adding to anybody. And so I've been really trying to work on that, and meditation has really helped with that, man. And I only bring this up because I, like maybe many of you listening, I just didn't buy into it. But now I've done it long enough, and I realize here's the trick. It's just reps. You have to do it enough times. So if you're someone who might not be like easy, it's not easy for you to just sit there and shut your thoughts off and not do anything for 10, 15 minutes. Because really, that's all it takes. If you did it for 5 minutes, I think it could be beneficial. But I do about 10 to 15. I'm trying to work my way up to like 20 to 30. Because one of the things I realized too in doing this is that we as people say a lot that we don't have time for shit. We say that a lot. And if you think about 20 minutes in your day, if you don't have that at all, something's wrong. It's a good way to look at that. Something is wrong. If you don't have 20 minutes in your entire day, then there's a lot of clutter going on in your life, right? Because you can't even breathe. That means you're underwater. And I've been there. That's how I know. You're underwater. You need those 20 minutes. You can't even breathe. Meditation has helped me with that. And what meditation has helped me is, as I've started to do it, is 10, 15 minutes. I have plenty of time to take care of myself. Plenty of time. And sometimes we think that, like, we'll almost get mad at the world, I guess.
Yeah.
You get mad at the world. You're just angry.
Someone to get mad at.
Yeah, because I don't have time, because or someone might be listening right now. Well, you're an artist. You have time to do meditation and blah blah. Dude, you have time. Trust me. By the way, being a full-time artist is a full-time job. I don't have an on and off schedule. I'm working right now on a Sunday night. Yeah, I could be out. I could be chilling at the beach. There's a lot of stuff. So everybody thinks they don't have time, but you do have time. You do have time to take care of yourself, and you should make time to do that. So if you want to get into meditation, let me know. I think I'm going to do a video on it, on like my process. I do another series over on my YouTube page called Think Tank, where I just break down things that I'm currently pondering. And I think I'm going to do one on meditation and show you guys kind of my process, because maybe it'll connect with you guys. Because I had to watch a lot of people and listen to a lot of people when it came to meditation. Because I'm one of those people who
recording in progress.
I kind of need to get convinced. You know what I mean?
Recording stopped.
Yeah, I mean, what you're talking about, I mean, even for me, to be honest, I've stopped doing meditating. And it's come down to the real. My first was like, oh, I don't have time. Now that I've structured some of my time, it's just now I need discipline to get myself to.
Right. And that's what I was saying, like with the reps. Like think about anything you do every day that you don't want to do. And that might be, first of all, just going through that process of your mind.
That's 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's 20 minutes. I'm sure there's things that you're doing that you don't want to do. But I also feel like if you make a list of things you're doing that you don't want to do, I think you might find that there's some very telling things on that list.
Yeah.
You're probably doing some stuff that is just not even necessary. You just think you have to do it. So you need to look at those things first and go, oh, I'm already going through reps on things every day. I'm already going through reps. And here's the other thing. What you might do is try to make a list of things you have to do every day that you don't want to do. And what you might find is there isn't anything on that list, and that it's just in your head, and that you kind of think that there's these challenges, but when you break them down, there are just things that are part of your normal life that you might just feel like you don't want to do. You know, not that they're bad for you. It's just you'd rather be using your time doing something else. And if you can do those things, then you can put in the reps to do meditation. Try 5 minutes a day. Like, just sit there, quiet things down. Go sit in your car. A lot of people have told me they do it in their car because it's just the quietest place. Maybe their house is a mess or a ruckus.
Bro, I never.
But just go do that.
I didn't think about doing that.
Yeah, you can just shut the doors. You know what I mean? Close your eyes and go for it. But I recommend it. But we'll be talking about that, man. I think I'm gonna make a video. So check out my YouTube page over on YouTube. my YouTube page on YouTube, my YouTube page on Instagram. But yeah, check it out. And I think I'm going to be doing a breakdown. I got some cool videos coming up over there. In fact, I just had a conversation with the homie Parker Edison, and you can catch that conversation.
Yeah, good stuff, man.
And we just talked about creativity. And what I want those videos to be is just kind of little cheat sheets for artists maybe starting out or artists that are already going through the process. And I want these videos to stand as like representation or maybe even reminders for some people that you're on the right path. Like everybody has these kind of feelings. Every artist at every level, working artists, we have these kind of feelings. It's the same thing. You have doubt, you have anxiety, you have depression. Sometimes you're cool, sometimes you're not. And going through any kind of creative arts, I think is always a challenge because you're dealing with part work, part emotion.
Yeah.
And you're trying to find a balance in those things. So we make content here at PlatformCollection to try to address those things. So, and we all do it in different ways. Like I said, like Gene Flow has a show for young producers. And young producers can learn through the process of sending their music in there, letting it get played in front of people, seeing how other people digest it, talking with other producers. I know people in that chat room over at Gene Flow's show have already like networked on their own, and now they're working together. So we're trying to give a lot of tools out there for artists to use and get creative with. So if you guys do that, if you find some value in this, please leave comments on our videos. Trust me, that helps a lot, guys. I can't say that enough. It's already dope that you're watching or taking in the art, but if you took that one extra little step, if you just want to show some support and go like, yo, I'm gonna drop a thumbs up and a peace sign in the comment, or or just tell them, hey, I enjoyed this episode. All those things really, really work.
Yes, they do.
They really help because then YouTube goes, oh, these people are interacting with that show. They must like that show. We should show other people this show, and then other people could get value out of it, like you do if you get value out of it. And if not, all good. Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah. We'll see you next Sunday.
We'll see you next Sunday, or maybe not. Let me see. I see 86 Inka is on the line.
Let's see
if we can get him tuned in. I don't have video yet. Maybe drop him a message, Eddie, and or if he can hear us.
If you can hear us.
But yeah, maybe there he is. Okay, let me unmute him really quick. There he is. He's in here. Ladies and gentlemen, the team of 86 Inka, man. They are here.
Yo, what up? What up? PlatformCollection. How we doing? We in the house.
There you guys are, man. Yo, big shout out to you guys. You guys are a little dark in there. You guys got? Is there any?
Yeah. Let's see if we can line it up a little bit.
We're a little dark. We're in the cave.
There you go. Boom.
There we go.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah.
Shout out to 86 Inka. Guys, I was just telling the audience how I first got to know you guys is you worked with one of our staff members and team members, 7 Octobers.
Shout out 7 Octobers.
Yeah, you shout out to 7 Octobers. And she kind of introduced us to your guys' brand. I was really impressed by just the energy you guys put out. We've obviously worked on our branding for a while. We're familiar with branding and marketing, and what you guys did, I feel like, and what you guys are currently doing is, I think it's just a needed thing in our community. I think a lot of the artists and your guys' palette and taste, right, in music isn't necessarily something that's always being serviced by other channels, right? And I think you guys see that too. I think you guys see that you guys definitely fill a void in the community. And I kind of found out about you guys through her, and then your guys' involvement at the Happiness of Pursuit Festival, which is one of the things that we partner in. And I've kind of just been following your brand, to be quite honest. I like anytime I see new energy pop up and then get the respect and love that they deserve. You know what I mean? You guys obviously are on this journey. You know that shit doesn't come easy, right? You got to keep putting in the work. Can you guys give us a little bit of first introduce yourselves and then give us a little bit of a background on how you guys got started with your brand?
Okay, I'm Audio P.
Am I above?
I mean, so yeah, we're artists. We've been following time back in the day when it was I remember Cypher Effect was just putting a lot of artists on, and people were finding about underground artists that they were giving them a lot of shine. And I was following Organized Thread a lot back in the day, years ago. And so we've been huge fans of the scene for a long time and supporting the scene. But I don't know what, a couple of years ago, we just decided to just start showing people what we're listening to, who we mess with. Started just posting a couple videos here and there, and made shirts and just started posting our shirts. And before you knew it, I mean, we started meeting a lot of people, shaking hands, and started posting the videos. So it didn't happen accidentally at all, but it blossomed into something that maybe the scene did need it, because there's so many ill artists that deserve a bigger fan base, deserve a platform to give them shine and a voice and promotion. So we just started doing it because we love that. We love the scene. We love the Southern California scene. And then all around the world, there's some great underground hip hop artists. But we did just want to show people what we're into, but it started growing and growing. So, I mean, we're here still pushing it.
Man, and did you guys, let me ask you guys, did you guys feel like at the beginning that was there challenges trying to quote, because you used the words like the scene, we say that a lot. I've met other artists, right? Like I remember interviewing Reverie, and we've talked about the idea where she's like, you know, at first I wasn't really with a scene. Like I didn't want to be part of a scene, right? But inevitably, we all are part of a scene, right? Mm-hmm. Like we are, and what we kind of mean by that, for people who might be unfamiliar with what we're talking about, I'd say, and correct me if I'm wrong, guys, I'd say we all kind of occupy the southwest, southern areas of the United States. There's people that we fuck with from Texas to the edge of the West Coast, and then a little farther up, right. and then kind of everything in between. But that's kind of where we're all based out of. And then we all kind of see each other as we dip in and out of different counties and cities. We are all kind of spread out. Like we're in San Diego right now. Where are you guys at right now?
We're doing it right here at I Have Buzz Studio in Redlands. We're based out of LA and Redlands.
There you go. Yeah. So like we all kind of just travel all these freeways, the 405, the 5, the 60, like the, you know what I mean? Like the 15, like all of these, we're up and down these coasts. And so we all kind of see each other at shows. It's a community of artists. So it does become a scene. Did you guys find early challenges in breaking into the scene? Like what were some of those things that you saw early on?
You know, I mean, there's always going to be challenges. I think the challenges that we saw were like trying to figure out what direction to take the brand. But we just started doing a lot of things, trying different things. The technical things, there's a huge learning curve. You know, we started doing interviews, you know, music videos. So there was like a huge learning process to all that stuff. But it all kind of comes natural. I think it just, when you have a love for it, and we've been producing for a long time, making music for you know, a long time, over a decade. I mean, and we're just like, well, we're artists. Let's put a platform out there for other artists, you know, because we know how hard it is for artists to get seen, or, you know, to try and find other artists to collab with, you know, because, you know, some people might get hit up all the time, or they're busy or whatever. So we're like, let's show the community some love, because there's a lot of dope talent out there. But yeah, I mean, there's challenges along the way, you know, just, you know, meeting different types of artists, the technical, you know, back stuff, you know, it's a challenge, you know, but, you know, as long as you love it, you know, it all just kind of comes with the territory.
How important was it for you guys to be like present? Because I feel like that's one of the things you guys have done really well, is like, you guys are at where things are happening. If we happen to be at events and you guys are doing those things, you're meeting the artists that other people are finding interesting. You're finding your own artists, but you're present. Like, how important was that for you guys?
That's number one, is actually meeting the people in person, going to their shows, paying a ticket to get in, or a free show, but supporting them. It's people. A lot of people DM a lot of the bigger artists, just DMs, but they're never there to meet them and support their brand, buy a shirt, or just be present at a show, shaking hands, seeing people face to face, and then you actually feel people's energy. It's number one. You can't do it from behind the screen solely. Obviously, we live in the digital social media world where that's very important. Posting, reposting, supporting different artists, but being at the shows is what really set us apart and started getting people to respect us and want to work with us. So that is
Yeah.
number one. I tell people, you're not gonna just get it from liking people's posts and, hey, let's work on something. Hey, let's do this. Give me a beat, or let me give you a beat. You know, because we had done a few things like that before, but not till we started going to shows all the time and shaking hands and giving people their props too, you know, because we love this music, so we mess with the artists that we're into, you know, we work with them now, and so it was very important. It's number one, getting on the ground and going to shows and being there. So we've both been going to shows for a long time, supporting people. So yeah, it's the biggest key to this is being at the space, you know, being in the place,
being fans, being fans
of it and being there and showing love.
Let me ask you guys this. Do you when you, because that's like our side too, right? Like that's the promotion side, that's building brands. You got to be out there. What about for artists who are like watching this now and following you on Instagram now and going like, man, I want to be on this thing. What are things you look for in those kind? Because you guys are artists yourself. So, and it's one of the things I love brands that are run by artists, because I think it's very rare to have both those skills. And I'm sure you guys know this as well. You've met enough artists now at this point to have both the entrepreneurial side as well as the artistic side. That's tough. That's not something that you're just born with a lot of times. You have to develop those things. You have to learn all the intricacies of how it works, how it is to be a brand, what it means to actually hook an artist up, what that actually means, how you can actually help an artist. What do you guys look for in the artists that you work with? What's important to you?
Man, you know, we're looking for artists that have the same passion, that are fueled by the same things. You know, like I said, we're fueled by the music. At the end of the day, you know, that's why we do what we do, and that's why we have 86 Inka as a platform. We want to give shine to these artists, and we want to see artists shine, but we want to see them with that passion as well, because it really takes a community, and that's what we noticed. It takes not just being an individual artist, but it takes all these artists from this area, this scene that we're talking about, to come together and elevate each other as a scene together. Yeah. So if you have the same passion and we have the same passion, and we're willing to, you know, collaborate, help each other out, however that may be, whether through music or through promos or through throwing shows together, whatever that is. But if you're putting in the legwork, we're putting in the legwork, it's going to benefit everybody in the scene, everybody who's involved and has that same passion.
What about some advice you guys can give to, because I'm sure you now at this point, you know, I definitely see you guys are on my stream a lot. So I see you guys posting stuff. I know that you work with artists that we all know, like Wix, that's the homie. You've worked with Viva Mescal, a lot of like artists that we know. In working with artists in general, what are some of the things that you feel like are necessary parts of an artist's personality to like take part in this? Because here's the reality is, like, you guys have made a brand. In making that brand, you guys are in not just the art, you're in the music business. Like, this is the entertainment business. You guys are taking part in that, and you're trying to find an honest way to do that. Working with artists, when they come in, a lot of times people have a misconception of what this all is, right? Like how the entertainment business actually works. Like, I'm sure people hearing you guys say that you guys have to go to all the things and go to the events. Some people don't even consider that part, right? They don't actually think that far into it. You guys are doing that. Have there been things with artists that you guys have maybe both seen where you're like, oh, you know what? Artists might need to do this more, or maybe they're not putting enough effort in this area. What are some of the things you guys have seen?
I mean, number one thing is communication with an artist. Being open and clear with what you expect. And also, I mean, a lot of times people expect to get something out of an artist for free when they're already more established. So everybody's DMing the big artists, trying to get in with them. You do have, if they've been working at this longer than you and they already have a following and it's going to benefit you to work with them, you do have to, you know, show support, buy merch, do this, or straight out get a payment and, you know, okay, I like your beats, I want to buy a beat from you, or, you know, it's not, people because everybody that's in this invests money. People that are really into this, it's not for free. You invest money with your producers, with your mixing and mastering, with throwing shows. So it's about really supporting that artist in a monetary way too. You know, we paid everybody that we put on the Inka Gems album. You know, so it wasn't just asking for favors. It's, I mean, we're in this to win it. You know, you said that, that's what we're in it, to take this to the real level, the next level, and be able to keep doing this and, you know, eat with it and then share it and grow it and let other artists eat with it. But yeah, it's about communication and asking the artists, okay, what could I do to get you on this album, or, you know, but yeah, meeting the artists, going to their shows, and yeah, communication and actually supporting. I mean, supporting with money, you know, supporting with buying an album or something, you know, it's, we're in this to try to eat with it too. I know as an artist standpoint, and the bigger artists are definitely putting in money into their own thing.
Invest time and money. You have to invest both things.
Ooh, bars.
Gotta put it in. Gotta put in the time daily.
So you guys are working, you're doing this, for people who don't know you, they're doing a short documentary series with one of our homies, MC Wix. You guys are doing this really cool thing of, and this is one of the things that really caught my eye, is you guys really do seem to understand the necessity of artists to tell their story, and like how important that is in the long run to actually having a brand for the artist. And now you guys, it seems like you guys are assisting artists in doing that. Can you talk a little bit about the documentary and like how that kind of came about and how that relationship came about?
Yeah, so we kind of just been, we started out doing like interviews, but kind of switched it to the style that we did the MC Wix one, where it's more documentary, letting the artists tell their own story.
Yeah.
You know, we're independent artists, you know, it's hard to know what route to take, you know, but some people like Wix, they're making a path for themselves. And he has a powerful story with, you know, a lot of messages behind, a lot of legwork that he's been putting in from Fresno, down here in LA, all over California. So it's important for him to tell his story the way he's been living it, the way he's been, you know, working hard, hustling all the time. You know, at the end of the day, we just want the artists to be able to tell their story as it is, you know, and we want to just, you know, give them that platform to do it.
How'd you guys meet Wix?
The shows, I mean, going to shows, I remember seeing him at a Black Books and Rhyme Books. Shout out Beardo, American Air.
Shout out to Beardo, yeah.
Radio, yeah. So I met him there. So that was my first impression of him, seeing Wix perform. I was like, oh wow, this cat is dope. You know, so I just started seeing him, following him and supporting his music, posting his videos, and more going to the shows and just talking to him. And we just, you know, developed the rapport and started wanting to, and seeing the grind he's putting in and really respecting what he's doing. So that when we see that you're putting 100% and more into your craft, your whole movement, we're going to get behind you, because we want to give more and more shine to people, because we love this music. And then being artists, like, oh, I wish somebody would post me, you know, so why not become that, you know, or push to become one of those platforms that gives them love. But yeah, Wix, you know, hats off to him, respect. He's pushing it hard. He's taking this seriously, very more seriously.
He does, right? He seems to be, I've interviewed him and I've talked to him too. He definitely is a special dude. You could tell that there's a drive in him, and it's obviously, it's become obvious, right? Because Wix really is everywhere right now. Like, he's doing a lot of things. A lot of people are reaching out to him. But I think one of the things that I've learned a lot about Wix is his genuine approach to what he's doing, right? Like, it seems very honest. And it seems like you guys fuck with people. Like, honesty is a big thing to you, it seems like. It seems like you guys are mostly choosing artists that they really are those things that they say they are.
And it's true, yeah. Meeting them in person, you see how genuine they are. I mean, Wix is one of the easiest persons to talk to and kick it with, and he's always the same guy. You know, he never know weird vibes. He's just a dope dude, and he loves hip hop. You know, like, we're here because we love hip hop. He loves hip hop, and his story is so dope. I mean, that when we recorded the mini doc, like, even we didn't know a lot of the story, and it was like, wow, you know, the KRS One story, and, you know, being in the ciphers, and KRS remembering him later on at another show and giving him the mic. And I mean, you know, he's really put in the work. So yeah, it's we do love genuine people that are not afraid to be real, and show gratitude. Oh, thank you for, there's sometimes, you'll post people and they ignore it. Cool, but I think every post counts. Every repost, every platform that shows you love, you should be gracious, show gratitude. And he's always, showing love back, and that's important. So that will make people want to keep messing with you and supporting you. So he's one of the most genuine cats, and being genuine is super important to this.
And those are major bars. Guys, if you're listening right now, or you have the opportunity to watch this, those are major bars he just dropped right there. Like the idea, and this is something I like to confirm this with a lot of people that come on the show that are all in our circles, especially if you're an artist listening to this and you're like, how do I get involved in that? How do I get on to these shows and to these brands? Look, I'm going to be really honest with you guys. People like us, people like the team at 86 Inka, people like Brick to Your Face, Happiness of Prison, we all talk. We all actually know each other. So if there's artists that are not good artists to work with, that shit spreads just as fast as good artists to work with.
Right.
And it's something that everybody should not take for granted, that if we are all networking together, then you obviously know we discuss these things. And it's why someone like Wix right now is getting his flowers from two entities right now on a show. He's not even on the show right now, and he's getting his flowers because we all kind of know what kind of person he is. Mm-hmm. And if you fuck with him and he fucks with you, it says something about your brand as well. That's just the facts, guys. Like, no matter, there's no way around that. If you think that this is not a people game, you're crazy. This is mostly a people game. Mostly. It's why that I'm sure you guys can name a list of 1,000 super talented artists who don't have that people part together and are not able to find a stronghold or a foothold in this journey. It's very hard to do if you don't have that part down. You gentlemen are obviously people who do have that down. I want to give you guys your flowers right now because it's super dope what you guys are doing. I think if you guys ever need anything from Platform Collection, we're always here for you guys. Tell people what they can expect from you guys moving forward. What are some of the things that you guys are looking to build with the brand? Or maybe what you can share with them, Yeah.
We have a live flow series coming where we're giving an artist one by one, a chance to spit just a dope verse. We're going to start doing that, the live flow series, calling it the Deadly Poets Society.
Shit, that's
nice. Deadly Poets Society, So that we're running a little, run off that the movie title, but this is poetry, this is hip hop, we're into real hip hop, we're into bars, so that's one thing we got going on. We do have a show coming up pretty soon. Don't want to say too much, but we are collaborating with EOTR, Viva Mezcal.
Nice.
And March 4th, there'll be a show coming up, so we're gonna get that lineup out pretty soon. So more shows. We definitely want to do a lot more and original content. We post a lot of artists, but we also want to post 86 Inka only 86 Inka content like the MIDI doc. So we'll have more MIDI docs coming, but shows this year we're gonna start getting some good shows going on, and just events where we can meet more people and have people come and have open mics, but a different open mic where just people know what beat they're gonna flow to and get invited to another show. We'll judge it and just try to get more artists in here and more artists aware of that. Hey, we're a platform that want to give you shine, just the dopest, only the illest. We want the illest artists to come, and so we're going to interact more with people, but definitely that flow series excites me, where we're going to have people coming spit bars and just concentrate on MC, and
that's really dope. Wait, before we let you guys go, you guys are artists in your own right. I want people to know this because I want people to follow you guys as artists as well. What are some of the things you guys are doing, like artistically, that you're excited about, or something that you guys might want to share?
So I go by I Above, I Above Original on Instagram. I'm one half of a duo with rapper Prime Son. So we've dropped 2 albums. Currently working on some more music right now, 3rd album, and singles along the way with Zenaloa, some with Moody, some other artists in the scene as well. Aspect, the Aztec, but a lot of singles coming this way.
Nice.
On the producer side for me.
Dope.
Yeah, and I recently just dropped an album with my boy Aspect the Aztec from Linwood. Deadly lyricist, sharp cat. So it's called El Templo Mayor. I have that album, 7 tracks. We're dropping a new video pretty soon, recording a new video with Arquitecto Verbal for a track called Ancient Dialect. So yeah, we got new music coming soon. But yeah, I just dropped that album with Aspect the Aztec, and then we have that 86 Inka Gems album where we work with a lot of the artists, and just some of the best. Dozen Aloha, Viva Mescal, 7 Octobers, Don't Sleep, so many artists, you know, Aspect the Aztec's on there. A lot of good dudes, a lot of good just lyricists, you know. So yeah, we produce some music. We got new music coming, and a lot coming. Yeah, so you know, and I go by Audio P, King Audio P on IG.
There it is.
86 Inka is the brand, and that's the movement we're trying to push. And we appreciate you guys for, you know, giving us this time and this.
Anytime, guys. Anytime you guys have something to promote or whatever you guys want to come in, chop it up about UFOs and conspiracies, whatever you need.
Crypto,
yeah, exactly. Whatever you guys want, come and put the people up on game. We're trying to create a place where artists like yourselves can share their journeys, so that people that are trying to do what you guys are doing and are inspired by the things that you guys are doing can understand that there's a lot of layers to this game. It isn't just the music. It's not just the art. If anything, those are kind of the smallest parts in all of this when you look at the big picture of all of it, right? A lot of it has to do with your personality, your character, all those things. So I appreciate you guys so much, man. Thank you guys so much for coming on the show.
Thank you. PlatformCollection, much love.
Yes, and follow 86 Inka, everything they do, guys. And 86 Inka at Instagram, right? Just put in 86
Inka right there.
There it is, guys.
Sweet.
Hey, we'll see you guys soon, man. Please come back again.
Thank you.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
There you go, man. 86, the team of 86 Inka, man. What can we say about them, man? Just good people, right? Follow everything that they do. Man.
Primeson, man. We worked with him before.
Yeah. I mean, I'm telling you, like,
that was dope.
We've said this before on this show, right? That it isn't just a music thing. It's not just an art thing. It's a people thing. And the people, I have enough of this experience that the people that I want to meet, the people that are kind of like we are, they find each other. 86 Inka, like I said, we found them, they found us. I fuck with them. I think they're good people. I want good people to get the love they should get. And plus, look, there's a selfish reason for all of this. I want the community to be dope. I like to enjoy dope art. I like to enjoy things that dope people do. They're dope people. They're going to create dope art. You can tell they care about artists. They're saying all the things that you should be saying if you're doing a brand like this. It is about the artist. It is about these things, but there are layers to it, and they're willing to help artists maneuver the industry. But man, we're right from one dope interview right into this next one, man. You guys know this gentleman, by the way. This dude is family.
Yes.
Straight up, we've known him for a long time. This is my friend, my good friend, NOA James. And Noah, can I get you to turn the camera sideways? If you can hear me, let me see. Let me get him set up really quick, guys. Mr. NOA James is here.
He's my friend too, man. I just wanted to say
no. We got you now, Noah. And then, hey, Noah, can you turn is there possible for you to turn the camera sideways?
Maybe not how my setup has rigged.
Okay, no worries at all. Let me see if boom. Okay, you're good to go. Ladies and gentlemen, NOA James is here. Brick to your faces in the building.
What's good?
Noah, we decided to have a show about the importance and the many facets of building a brand on your own, being an entrepreneur. Obviously, we had to have you on here. We just had 86 Inka on here, the team over at 86 Inka, talking about them being a newer brand on the scene and, you know, like these early days of building and networking. You have a brand that has been on the scene for quite some time now. It's helped build whole areas within California of scenes, and you've helped be part of the foundation of a lot of those scenes. And we want to talk to you about branding today, man. You've been doing it for a long time. Give people a little bit, for people who might have just tuned in for the first time or found Chris Sees the Internet before they found any of us, give them a little bit of your background and like how long you've been an artist and how long you've been running Brick to Your Face.
Noah James, Inland Empire, artist, businessman, whatever, rap, rap, entrepreneur, rapperpreneur.
Yep.
Sure. How long we been doing Brick to Your Face? And 2007. Since 2007.
Wow.
So even is that before Building Blocks or that's when Building Blocks?
Oh, actually, Brick to Your Face 2009, Building Blocks was 2007.
So 2007, Building Blocks, Brick to Your Face 2009.
Wow. Okay, so
what a journey, man.
Talk to people a little bit about like, because dude, Noah, and we've had these conversations many times. I want to give some people some gems, like some early gems. If they're building a brand, what are some things you know now that you didn't know when you started that you wished you would have known?
LLCs. Like the actual business part of it, like the business licensing, LLCs and tax and credit. Like, I wish I would have known that. I wish I would have known that on our first tour. You know, we would have made out like a bandit for how much we paid for that first tour with Murs. You know what I mean? I wish, and and the thing is, that's not even like that's credit to like where your proximity and where you from and how you raise and who's raising you and who in your family got the knowledge. You know, it's a little different. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's a little different. So that's first thing I wish, that right there, that I know now. You know, now I know how to get an LLC. I understand tax credit. I understand my DUNS number. I understand business license. We're getting the hang of it. We're understanding it even more, so we're not scared of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're not scared of being seen as a business in the real world, you know, properly. You know what I mean? To where
that's a good point.
You know, to where, you know, we want to get our business credit up so we can get loans. Where now I understand what a record label is, and a record label is just a bank with shitty interest numbers. The interest is fucking crazy. It's ridiculous. So when you understand that, you understand, all right, you know, how to move correctly if your journey is to be an independent artist, an entrepreneur, a businessman. If that's the route you want to go, is to really know exactly what you're doing besides knowing how to brand and market it.
Yeah.
You know
what have you
like,
learned, Noah? No, what have you learned from branding and marketing specifically? Like, because you guys do it really well, man. And you got an amazing, I heard her in there. I know Lisa's around.
Yeah, you hear her.
You have an amazing partner who also has her own artistic palette, right? Like she has her own things that she sees, and you guys have found ways to combine both your talents into something that's a substantial brand, right? Like, let's discuss this really. Like, you have clothing, you have merchandise, you have edible things, you have smokable things, right? You have touring, videos, production, dude, you're speaking alone, right? Your interviews are things that people pass around. Like, there's all these parts of the brand. How do you keep all that together? You know,
man, it's all the same thing to me. That's all.
Speak on it.
It's crazy how I look at marketing as branding, how I always viewed wrestling. It was always a build up, a story to tell, a promo, a promotion, a backstory. Oh man, I could keep the how the Undertaker logo look, how the merchandise look.
Yeah.
How Stone Cold would say something and they would say what. And that's when I started understanding a catchphrase. Right? Wow. I started understanding what a catchphrase and word association or I started doing this thing with myself to where y'all see me before I came out with Be Majestic, I was saying Majestic for like 5 years.
Oh, wow.
Right? Yeah. So by the time I came up with the brand, when you see Majestic and you're in my proximity from, I don't know, SoCal, internet, wherever, guess what? when you see when you see Majestic, you think of Noah.
Yeah, that's
you know,
real. That's facts.
Right. Same thing
That's
with
facts.
Orca. Like same thing with Orca. It was the same thing. Like I wanted to beat PETA in a hashtag Orca life and pod
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
And people like, damn, I said, but just think about if I beat out PETA, I beat out a lot of people.
Hell
with just a
yeah.
hashtag.
Wow.
You know, because
Wow.
I'm fighting the machine. I'm fighting all these goddamn machines as being an independent artist. So I figured out like how to kind of fight the big PRs or radio or blogging or playlisting just with my knowledge of what I have and know what to do. So and me, I started looking at myself like Noah is the brand. I don't know what I was looking at that said something like, yeah, you are the brand.
Yes.
You are the brand. Then I start taking like I am the stock. I'm a piece of stock. Cause one day I will be incorporated where you will be buy stock into me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's like I'm the stock, I'm the brand. How do I brand myself who I am? You know what I mean? Where I don't have to keep up with the Joneses. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I like to put my money into my living, and I like to put my money into investments and actually like having fun. You know, I don't want to have to buy jewelry and Jordans and do all of this shit just to
maintain the image. Yeah.
So my image is just who I am, and I had to figure out words and certain animals or certain because people don't like to be compared, but I love being compared to certain things. You know what I mean? Like it builds a conversation up after that. You know, one kid thought I called myself the Orca because I was fat. Right?
Oh, wow.
Right? Then I broke it down and his mind was blown.
Break it down for the people right now, because people might not have heard that.
The orca is an apex predator. You know what I mean? This is one of the most dangerous animal on this planet. And it's one of the most humble, beautiful, graceful animals on this planet. It's literally a love monster.
Yeah.
It will love and swim with you, then terrorize you.
It's loyal too.
Yeah, and that's like, you know, big mammals like that, you know.
Yeah.
Long-lasting relationships, communication, protection, strategies. I want to say like there is leadership where you have your place in the pod. You understand your place in the pod. You know what you're supposed to do in the pod. You know what I mean? So it's like when I call myself the Orca, the most simplest thing, I was calling myself like balance at its max, like the duality at its max. And that's what an Orca is. Orca smiles 24/7, but you do not know the mindset at all, because that's just how it is. Like if it's going to destroy you, it's with a smile. If it's going to love you, it's with a smile. And it was just this ultimate balance I loved about the Orca. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So let's break that down a little bit. So for people who are listening, like the importance of the symbolism of what the Orca was part of it. And this is no different than polo with a horse.
Same thing.
It's all these things. I want people to really digest that, what you're doing.
Like, let's take that. So I took the same thing where my logo with the Orca, we made it so simple. We made it so simple, just Orca, right? This really majestic, beastly thing. And some people might create this crazy looking logo, but I wanted to create a logo that can go like on a polo. So I went and looked at Polo and Ralph Lauren. And when we went to Disneyland, I looked at Disney merchandise and see how they did their logos, right? Like me going to Disneyland wasn't just the first time to go. I actually love the way they brand. They brand is the best, because people will go buy $2,000 dresses, right? Disney princess dresses that's be like $1,500, the 2Gs, and they come out with 8 boxes.
Damn.
Woo!
Wow.
Right? You know, like Disneyland brand is so good that other brands hire them to teach their workers how to be like the concierge or how what is that? Customer service. So Disney is kind of like McDonald's, where McDonald's don't sell burgers, they into real estate. Disney ain't selling you entertainment. It really is teaching other businesses the ultimate customer service.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. And that all came with branding, to where it all makes sense, to where who I am and how my logo got to look and how I do it and what's the quality of it. And if the quality really good and I print the quality, I have another brand now.
Wow.
I have now we got smiley face printing.
Right. Talk a little bit about that, because this is for people who might not know. This is Brick to Your Face's venture now into actual fashion and design and clothing and product. Yeah, talk to people about that a little bit. How you guys even decided to launch it.
It's just because, first of all my OG said I did it for so long and I would help middleman so many people merchandise.
True that.
It made sense for me to just do it on our own, right? Like even to where like even y'all going through the Instagram, right? Mm-hmm. And if you go look at the deal we had, we break down these deals to where we understand people's pockets, we understand economics, and we understand artists. So certain things we do is like, we trying to help our artists out, or a new brand out, or a school out, to where if they send their artwork and it's not ready, Lisa can actually help you get your artwork ready to where it's professional ready. Like, because some people might just print your shit and they come out whack and they be like, it's on you. This is how you sent it. Right?
That's true, man.
And I always thought that was bad business. I always thought that was some bad business. So if you come to us, we understand what someone don't know about printing their merch or helping with their brand, and we actually help you with that,
Wow.
And we're not going to try to give you all these charges on top of it.
So they're getting like double value, right? Like they're getting their actual products, but also learning how to do it.
Yeah.
Even if they decide to not go with you next time, like they know how to do it.
They know how to do it. And that's my goal. Now, that's going to come back to me. You know what I mean? Even if they don't do it with me, they're going to come back to me because they actually, some people do pay for like, yo, Lisa taught me this. Noah taught me how to do this. You know what I mean? Like one homie just about to do just a back hit. I'm like, dude, why would you just do a back hit? You're going to have to do a front hit. It makes no sense. Yeah, it's going to cost a little more, but you don't want to half-ass yourself. Then you're going to like, damn, I should have put a front hit because that's dumb. It's just a black tee with nothing, just a back hit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm not going to try to hustle you, but I'm going to tell you just like, you got to tell me, even I'm going to ask you this, like, tell me why you think you should have just a back hit.
Yeah.
Like, you have to explain that. You know what I mean? You're gonna have to explain.
And one of the things I like about it, Noah, is that if people are coming to you for their first time, right, and they're looking to print with you, one of the values I think you guys have, and I think it's super important to note, is that you guys have tested a lot of these theories already on your own merch for years. So you've tested what works, what doesn't work, what kind of t-shirts, what kind of printing. You've tested all these things.
Like we went through it, man. We went through every type of printing, machine, paint, like everything. And what worked best for us was the best quality, what can compete. Like we would go buy shit just to compete. I want to be in Walmart. Yeah. Now I have if Walmart need 100 shirts, guess what? I can print up 100 shirts. So we printed up 100 something yesterday for a couple of people. So we can print up a bulk of shirts. We can print them 200 shirts. I'm knocking out 25 shirts within 30 minutes, maybe more. Cause just,
dope.
So it's I don't know, the brand too. The brand is like, it teaches you got to be willing to work and be entry level at new things. You know what I mean? Like you got to
say that again, Noah. Say it again.
You gotta put in that work, and you got to be ready to, be treated like entry level at some things. You're new at this. You still a baby, You want to come talk to me about rap and throwing shows and shit? I'm a big dog for that,
Yeah.
or some shit. But this right here, I'm learning. Lisa is more equipped in this field, like the printing with me. I'm more of an employee to where, you know, I could promote. I know where to go. I know how to do this. I know how to even a certain creativity thing. So it's really creating these businesses is like switching roles sometime and being okay with that. Like, cause some people they're not ready for that. I'm ready for that, man. I'm doing this forever, bro. Sure. I just got one of my biggest endorsement brand deals that I cried. I cried and I had to call the homie and I cried. And to this day, I look at Lisa and I'm like, yo, I'm about to have a flower that will actually be legal and be able to go into shops.
What?
Right?
So
it's gonna be lab tested. It's gonna be everything. Like it's gonna be so official. I have officially stepped in the NBA of cannabis. Like with my brand, I officially stepped into the big dogs to where the company that believe in me, they put up the millions. They put it up already. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So now I just gotta put in this work. Yeah, bro. And that's me branding. That's me doing it.
That's you printing t-shirts that didn't work. That's you doing merch that didn't work and learning. Like that's the part that we're really trying to get across to artists in that, because I see so many people, and I know we've talked about this many times about watching people jump out of this because they get scared of the challenge and not understanding that the challenge is the actual thing. Like that's the point.
Yeah, you're gonna be disappointed. You're gonna fail. You're gonna think that you deserve that. You're gonna think a lot of stuff, man. And that's okay. It's very okay. What's not okay is to quit. Like quitting. That's the point, is like not quitting. The point of I did my first dispensary was the cherry yellow. And that did good, but so I was mixing a business where something went bad, and they're like, cool, new thing. Then I got the boo bars doing good. I did the gas.
And boo bars, for people who don't know, they are
shroom bars,
mushroom infused chocolate bars.
Wow,
hey, delicioso,
very delicious. We got the majestic capsules.
Yes,
we got the boo honey or the majestic honey. Then say with cannabis was different because it's so legal and it's so broad right now. I said, man, I just want to show and prove. So I linked up with Gas Factory and like, all right, let me do my Orca OG. Let me do my Majin Buddha cake and see how it really work. Like, you know, I tell artists this, you got to do pilots.
Right,
you know,
right. Like make a proof of concept.
Yeah, you gotta do that. I did DIY Fest at the Vibe first.
Yeah, before you moved to a bigger venue.
In the same year. We did it in the same year. We did DIY Fest in May, and it did real good. Then I went to my homie Gopi and showed him the numbers and how we did at this venue. Then he walked me into the glass house. Into the glass house and said, now let's try to do it here. Because I showed proof of concept and how it would work and how the branding would work. Like not just how the show's going to do well and how it's going to bring people, just how the branding is going to work and how this show is not just going to benefit the artist, but it's going to benefit our section where we from. It's not just going to benefit who throwing it, it's actually going to benefit our community. So it was a whole thing when we thought of DIY Fest. It wasn't just let's throw this show. It's like, yo, let's throw this community that has this community festival that is going to have this ripple effect.
Yeah, yeah. That feeds the entire community.
Yes. And then that
going. People grow out of that.
And I can go now down the list of DIY Fest and smile like
oh yeah. Yeah. For people who don't know, the DIY Fest was a completely indie hip hop fest. It was one of the first ones of its kind coming out of the Inland Empire, right? Like basically that area.
You couldn't even have a manager, dog. If I had to go through a manager, you couldn't be on it.
Right. You had to be 100% independent. And the thing is, what he's referring to is by going down the list and looking at it, a lot of names that have done DIY Fest have now blossomed into their own careers, into their own movements. A lot, and it's pretty much the who's who of these scenes that we've been talking about, the scenes that we talk about with 86 Inka. In fact, some of the artists that he's working with have come out of that same festival. So that's for people who want to know what DIY Fest is. And you see, that's NOA went from clothes to merch to weed to shows. And he's putting it all into one brand. And this is one of the things that I've always enjoyed, Noah, and that we at Platform Collection have always been inspired by you guys. In that, here's the simplest way I can explain it. I can go to your Instagram and scroll and kind of get the story. I get the feeling of it. I understand what this is about. I can play the music. Oh, that goes. Oh, I see why they use these colors. I see why. I see what the orca is now. I see what all the visuals are, and that. I think people, when they first discover something like that, they take it for granted and they kind of assume that there wasn't really thought into that. Like, oh, that's just, he just naturally has done that. And I feel like that takes away the credit of the work that has actually been done. You know what I mean?
Hey, man, listen, it's a gift and a curse to make shit look effortless, man.
Woo.
You know what I mean? It's really a big gift and a curse. Me and Lisa would talk about that. Like, sometimes we do need the help.
Yeah.
So, like, bro, I can say 75% of the time it's just me and Lisa.
Yeah.
Like people would think we got a big ass team. Look, it would be me and Lisa, or me, Lisa, and Stephen J from Oh That's Filthy running the play, or me, Lisa, and Preston running the play, or me, Lisa, Preston, and Stephen J running the play, or me, Lisa, and Brooke, all right, and maybe bring in Preston, but we would try to bring in Cam, or me, Platform Collection, Lisa, Mascow. It's
very small teams.
Yeah, it's a very small team, and I think every year I would try to add an addition. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then sometime it works out. Sometime it gets they do good and they blossom and they move on, and some do it and don't look back, or some
just disappear.
Up. Yeah. Some people do it, blow up, and I can go. Hey, I need a verse. Hey, do the show for me. It's all of that. I take nothing nothing for granted. I take nothing personal. You know what I mean? So it's just we know eventually we will get the team we want, because that's what we're working for. But until then, we plow the dirt with the bull. You know what I mean? We don't got the tractors. We don't got that. So we just plow it with the bull.
I love that.
Plant it ourselves. You know what I mean?
I love that.
And there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna get planted. It's gonna grow. We're gonna harvest it. We're gonna get all done. It's not gonna get done as fast as we want it, but it's gonna get done. I think artists got to understand that patience. Like I just got that patience, to understand it's gonna take time.
Yes.
You know what
dude,
I mean?
You know what's crazy, Noah, is when we first started the show off, I talked about, and dude, this has happened to us, I don't know how many, almost every time I talk to you, we get in on the same frequency as we start to talk to each other. Because literally, before I even said a word to you, Noah, we opened up this show and I talked about being present and how I've been learning just now what that actually means, and how to really take in the moment, and how necessary it is to really take in the moment and learn the skills that it takes to be present all the time, because you can't do these things that you're talking about. You can't be a NOA James if you're not able to see all these parts. You just can't. It's not possible.
It's gonna, and to see them, to have someone like Lisa, you know what I mean, to where our communication and even comprehension, it gets better. It gets better. We talk, we figure out our language, figure out what's our creativity. We just figure out my branding for my branding for my covers. for my singles, right? So we just figure out, you know, I want to use my logo more. You know, like how Run DMC and everyone use their logo. So I'm like, all right, I want to use my logo more. And when people go to my page, I want them to see the cover and they just know that's a track. All right, that's a track being released. That's the cover to music.
Oh,
that's
I got
cover,
you. Like
right?
upon just seeing it, they already know what that is.
Like they already know what it is. So we just figure it out, you know, how to make, what do that billboard look like for me? You know, even the titles and all of that, what do it look like? You know, how many words I'm gonna use in some of these titles? How long will it be? So it's like thinking about that, you know what I mean? Because again, we gotta fight the machine. Like, you know, it's Matrix 4, baby. It's like we got to fight the machines again, and we're trying to live in harmony with the machine at the same time. Because the machine is helping us. The machine is helping us fight the machine and find harmony within both worlds, right? So to me, that what Matrix 4 was really about. It was like how to figure out the balance of being in between. No world is fake. That's how I look at kids. Don't look at a world as fake. It's one just is like this and one is just like that, you know?
Yes.
So now I just figure out how to combine that shit, you know, because I'm here, you know. I'm here on this realm. I'm here and we want more than just what they provide us, you know. We want more. That was what the whole Matrix was about too. Like we want more than what they're trying to teach us and provide us or give us, and we're willing to work for it. We're not asking to give me, but don't hide the knowledge from me. Ooh. Don't, like, you know what I mean? Don't block the roads from me. Don't like, you know, other people get head starts right now, and you blocking roads and having snake pits and all of that. That's all we're asking. Like, give us all a fair chance to get what some of y'all ancestors have built for y'all or built, you know. That's all we're asking. So I learned,
and you guys give it back out, man. This is one of the things. Obviously, it's literally how I met you through. For people who don't know, I met Noah through shooting the Cypher Effect. Eddie, myself used to shoot the Cypher Effect with George. Shout out to JDS. And I met Noah through there because he wanted Noah on.
I remember.
Eddie and I and Arash, out to Arash, said we should go to the IE because we had discovered Fame Kills. I had discovered Fame Kills. I started following the rabbit hole. I found Noah. I found Kurt. I found all these people. And we were like, we need to go there because something really interesting is happening there. And you were at the center of that, Noah, and you've been at the center of that for a long time. In going through the years and seeing from back then to now, when you look at the scene, do you feel like we're in a good place? Are you happy where we're at, or is there more you want to see?
You know what?
People?
The only thing, like, as an artist, yes. As development, yes. The only thing I don't like that's going on in our city, that there's really no venues or hubs right now.
Wow, yeah,
that's true.
That's really what it is. There's really no venue or hubs. More people are doing more collaboration. I'm doing more collaborations. I'm building with more. Everyone kind of is stepping out of their section even more, even broader. Like, I look at my brother Marley B over there with DJ Hopper at Broken Complex right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So everyone has elevated. I look at Scales over here doing shows.
Yes.
He's
become a little entrepreneur, man. Hey, dude. Hey, do you remember being on tour with Rick and you talking to him in your room about doing stuff like that? Like, hey, man, being a leader in the community.
Yes.
Like,
and he's done it.
You do like do it, or are you gonna miss out on building? Because now, bro, all the young kids in the IE, I built with so many of them. I mean, like, I know the kids that's rapping at 17. I know the kids that rapping at 16. I know the kids that rapping at 23. Some of them I'm giving verses. Some of them I'm building more. I'm giving them real advice. Some of them, A Sincere, I've been booking him since he was like 15 years old.
Wow.
Now I had the tour with Merz. I'm like, hey, Sincere, drive me in your Tesla up to the base so we can go do these shows. He's like, I got you, OG. I said, word. I take care of you. Don't worry about it. We'll take care of you. You know, we're gonna have some fun.
Yeah.
But I build with all these young cats, man, to where
these next generations.
you know, I get it. I understand what Drake does. I understand why Drake would just hop on the record or go do a show, or you know, my release party, he might not know no one on the bill because it's all these new kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even the DJ, like I've been working more with Wavy Carl and the homie Fresh.
Don't you feel like it keeps you fresh too, right? Like it keeps you fresh.
Keeps me sharp. It keeps me, you know, I know vibrant. You know what I mean? I just try to give them more than what they can give me.
Wow.
To where it's not like parasitic.
Yes.
You know, you're not a fucking vampire out here sucking energy. Like I'm gonna give you game. I'm gonna give you, you know, little homie ask you. I'm like, yo, he like, what should I do next? I like, take them vocals off. He said, what you mean? I'd explain it to him. Because people don't explain. People be like, yo, take this off. But then I explain it to him, right? Yeah. Then I even explained it to him on a deeper level, like why he should take it off. Then I explained it to him that if he rap over the lyrics and he mess up, people actually know that you're messing up.
Ooh.
Yeah. Like it's like a skip. It's like you're skipping a record because you're not rapping you're not rapping exactly how you record it.
Yeah.
You know how good you got to be to rap it exactly you record it while you're moving and breathing. It's like it's that's crazy, you know. So it's like I give them more I don't know. I never tell someone like you're doing bad, or I never tell someone like you messing up. I actually go in and give you like what you did good and how you can make it better.
Wow.
Like,
oh yeah, that's very important.
And it's like football shit. Like, you know, hey yo, you killed it right here, but you know what? You should do this. Or my homie Belzar, he was at an open mic and he performed, and this song was really good. Everyone related, and everyone made noise as they performed. Then he like, yo, should I get off stage or should I do another one? Right? Then he ended up doing another one. Then everyone claps wasn't so good. So when he got off stage, I said, after that last one, and they made the biggest clap, you should have walked off.
Yeah. Leave him wanting more.
He wanted more. I said, no. I said, they wanted more, but you wanted more. You can't be as thirsty. Like, they wanted more. So don't not. Stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
That's a tough one sometimes. Yeah.
That's a big one, though. I know you cannot be as thirsty as the people that are paying to come to see you.
Yeah. They want,
they're trying to be inspired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now don't be all timid. Like, should I go? No, should I do another one? I don't know. I'm like, nah, you should have ended. And he looked at me like, he said, damn, Noah. But that's my job too, right there, to where, you know, I see something. I'm like, yo, I know how you feel. You really happy about performing. I'm happy about performing. But just notice they made a lot of noise for you right there. You know?
Yeah.
Walk off. I told him, walk off while they're making noise. Hurry up and say thank you. I appreciate y'all, my performance, and walk off while they're still making noise. And he was like, damn. I said, you know, but
and those are good secrets you tell them, man.
I mean, yeah. Hey, for real, no, you need to be doing that. You need to.
It's coming, bro. It's coming. Shout out to Lisa and Steven.
Good, because you are, for people who have never gotten to see Noah perform, Noah is truly one of my favorite live performers just in general. Not just because I know him. He was one of my favorite live performers before I met him. So that's how you know it's true. But it's I've always described it like this, and I've described it for Noah. To me, going to one of Noah's shows is like going to it's like church. It feels like it's the closest thing I can explain to is like church, because you feel filled with energy and love at the end.
Energy revamp,
right? Man, like if you're having a down day, you can go to a Noah show. You're not having a down day at the end of the show. There's no way that you can have a bad day. You lit. Exactly.
Lit. Hey man, and I'm figuring out, man. My young homies and my OGs, what they're telling me, he like, yo, man, you should like do like a course or something. And my OGs is like, no, man, you should do like teach people how to perform.
I agree.
Then her kid wanted to do music, and she's like, "Do you have like a performance like course or anything?" And I just said, "Yeah, that's 3 times. That's 3 fucking
that's enough.
times within a
That's
week."
enough.
So I said, "Word, I'm gonna do it." And with me, bro, I want to make it fair and give. Like I want to make it a fair price, and I want to give. Then I want to give a lot.
Yeah.
Like
overgive.
Yeah, I want to overgive it. Like I want to like not just because I know performance is a mental thing. It's really a mental thing. I had bad football games not because I suck, because I wasn't right in the head.
Ooh.
Because I just had a game where I got 3 sacks. You know what I mean? Like, so it's not that I suck. It's just something that day in my mind didn't click like it did the last game.
Yeah. And it works the same with live performances.
Same thing. If I don't get butterflies, I might not have a good show. Like, you know what I mean? If I don't get my goosebumps, if I don't get that weird anxiety in my stomach real fast before I go on a show, I might not, it might not be how I want to go. It's still gonna be a dope ass show. You might not even
you might not notice. We might notice, right?
You might not even notice the difference, but you might on some songs. You might see maybe in between songs I'm looking down more or something like that. So it's a mindset. So it's to get people to get ready to be as vulnerable. Can you understand? Like, public speaking is one of the top fears in the world.
Yeah, across the board with everybody.
Across the board.
Yeah.
Like, it's up there with snakes and sharks in the ocean. Like, the ocean is up there, snakes is up there, sharks, spiders, clowns, and fear of public speaking out loud in front of people. And that's, to me, that's gonna be one of my things before we even start the class. Is like, I'm gonna boost your confidence, and I'm gonna put some adrenaline in your ego real fast to let you know what you're about to do is one of the top fears in the world, and you have to do it in rhythm. You have to move. You have to memorize. You got to be on the beat. You got to engage with the crowd, even if they're not engaging. You got to do all of these things. It's like a comedian. You know what I mean? A comedian got it worse than us.
Yep.
You know,
we just talked about that on the last show. We were comparing comedians to what we do.
God, bro.
Yeah.
A comedian bombing. Ooh.
Yeah. We got like we got tricks as like musicians. We got tricks on stage to get us out of shit. We
got tricks.
Comedians, you got to sit in it. You gotta figure out that way out that mud, and it's tough.
It's muddy. And so that's one of the things where I'm gonna kind of help on the course. Like,
I hope so. This is you're talking for real. This is really going to happen. There's going to be a NOA James live performance course
this spring or this summer for sure.
Let's go, Noah. Let's go.
I want it so big, Chris. I want it so big, and I'm gonna say I want it so big that I can have a camp.
Woo!
That's so dope, man.
And I can hire people.
Rap camp, let's roll.
Because I see people that Merge do something like that in the Midwest somewhere, right? And they already have it like for non-hip hop. They have it for non-hip hop already. Of course, they do. But for us, like hip hop, like
it's a little different, right?
There's no school for us.
Yeah.
To where, like, my performance 101, whatever it's gonna be, it's gonna be more because I got people like you. I got a homie like Steven. I got homies like Kevin that from Locally Grown that's into crypto and NFTs. That's who helped with my NFTs is him. That's who I just, so it's like we have all these people, but I know with me is my thing is my greatest selling point is performance. Straight performance.
I agree.
Like, you know what I mean?
You're one of the best I've seen, Noah, honestly.
Yeah, bro, that's the only time people will ever hear me talk myself up where I'm like, you can put me, I can open for Michael Jackson and I will make that crowd feel me.
Yeah.
I can open up for Bieber, Taylor Swift. I don't care. I can open up for Willie Nelson, Matajahu. I can open up for Kurt Franklin. I can open up for Barney. It doesn't
Let's
matter.
go. Let's
Yeah.
go.
I said, look, I'm a performer.
Yeah.
And I'm not an egotistical performer. I look where my setting is at.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
what's the tone?
And you're a practiced performer. That's the thing that people kind of go over, like that you haven't put in the reps. You've put in thousands of reps to get to the level you are.
Practice all day. Do open mic. If you're a new artist or anything like that, I tell artists, go do open mic as much as possible. It's a free show. And if you show up to all of them like I did, man, you tend to grow a following.
Yeah. Yeah.
You tend to build your fan base up. You know what I mean? You tend to do that, like practice, go over your that's one thing I'm gonna teach people, like, yo, you have to actually rehearse. I'm blessed to where if I don't have to rehearse as much as I used to.
Yeah, because you perform so much. You're actually doing the craft is almost every day.
I only rehearse when I'm throwing new songs in, and I need to see how I'm going to move.
Yeah, and
how I'm gonna move on the song, or how I'm gonna do it live, or where I'm gonna be at on the stage when I say a certain tone, or it's a new song, so I need to feel it. So that's when I really go into rehearsal mode and everything. But I tell people, rehearse, man, practice. Play video game and go over your music. If you play, do something like this is one of the things I'm gonna teach on the course, right? Where you distract yourself. Do something that is gonna distract your mind. And go over
train
your
brain.
Yeah. So like I would play Tetris, like Lisa's so good at Tetris. Like you can tell why she thinks the way she thinks, because how Tetris it move real. When you doing really good, it moves fast.
Yeah.
Like to a point to where you don't even see it. Like you have to just know where to put the piece at.
It's like muscle memory,
man.
Bro. Fucking Lisa will go killing it, like over here competing with fucking world record motherfuckers online.
Yeah.
I'm like, her mind is moving. So now I do Tetris and I just rehearse, and I'm like, yo, it just get your mind going to know your shit. Like no matter what the circumstances, so can drop the beat and don't know how to drop it back, but you're still on point.
Yeah, it's like what is it? I mean, even Kobe used to talk about it. Rest in peace. Kobe used to talk about getting in that zone where he could literally think about his entire day while he was shooting basketball
all day
and playing in a game. Like he could detach completely because his body knew what to do all the time because he was
stage.
practiced.
I don't even think about performing when I'm on stage. I'm somewhere else, or I'm thinking about a show or an anime or my grandmother or something totally. Because when I'm performing live, I'm tapping into different emotions. So sometimes I don't want to tap into the emotion of that song because I might really break down.
Yeah.
So I tap to something close to it.
Yeah, that's dope.
So it's really like now.
So they're gonna learn all these kind of techniques within the class. Like you're gonna go through these. No, I'm excited about this. You better come back on the show to promote that when you drop it out, man. Because we need to have that.
2-hour classes, 4-hour classes, 6-hour classes. If I do 6 to 8 hour classes, it will come with a lunch or break. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The 6 to 8 hour classes will actually come with a show.
Wow, that's dope.
Yeah, man.
You know
what
I mean? Dope. So it's a lot of things to where, man, bro, I've been thinking about this this is now, like, we're talking about branding today. Yep. This is another venture of branding.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
This is directly attached for people who are new to this, right? And they're trying to see like, wait, but how does that have to do with him rapping? He is literally building a bridge to his community. He's in doing that, here's the simplest way to look at that. In doing that, you're creating supporters, people who actually find value in your brand, in the overall brand, not just the music. Imagine if you listen to Noah's music, you watch his videos, you wear his shirts, and now you can have a class with him too. Like, it's a no-brainer. It all makes sense. Yeah.
Shout out to my brother Curtis.
Shout out to Kurt. Shout out to Kurt already doing that. He's already out there doing that.
Kurt, like, you're gonna figure it out. Cause me and him would talk about certain things like this. And I would tell him, like, nah, man, I'm praying that I get my first international tour this year or next year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cause I don't feel like I can teach people how to tour, but if I get an international tour, I can really like it. All check marks are filled.
Yeah.
In touring,
right?
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And it would be hard to question in this field because I have done it over and over on an indie scale, on a major scale, on a national scale.
Oh man, no, you taught a lot of us how to tour, and I'm saying a lot of us.
When I get an
You've taught it.
international one, it's a little different. So I am just taking my time to where I'm like, yo, performance, I can do this, and I actually like. I want my clientele to be like young cats.
Yeah.
Like, they just don't know where to go. And for real, like one mama really, I said, dang, that might be the people who hit me up. They're going to be parents that their kids want to get in entertainment, but they don't know
where to start.
They don't know where to start. They want to rap, but don't know how to start or learn how to perform or certain like this. And I can be able to give this service, you know what I mean? Because I know who I want to be as an artist, where I want to be as a businessman. Like, you know, I think some people, when they take this route, they feel like it will stop you from getting a Grammy or getting a big tour placement or getting anything. I said, nah, it doesn't. It might even propel everything. Kato, the producer, go on tour like this.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's like, and he's over here on billboards making records with Snoop Dogg, E40. You know what I mean? So it's Futuristic is doing with this indie amplified.
Yep, I seen it.
Yeah. So
shout out to Futuristic.
Shout out to the indie artists that's really teaching us cats like there's a million ways to get it.
Ooh,
you know what I mean? And you do not have to compromise who you are or your art. You don't have to compromise your art. You don't have to compromise you stopping your art because you want to do something outside of your art, but it actually is a part of it, just a little outside of it. Like, you know, it's shout out to Punch from TDE.
Yeah.
He's an artist and he's like the CEO, the president of TDE. He just dropped an album with a group.
Wow.
Damn.
He's in it.
So I'm DMing him like, yo, thank you, because my next venture, not soon, but I'm helping artists do little management shit. Like, you know, I help Cycle Sloth a little bit. I help David May a little bit, you know, like, yo, you know, a little bit of management. Lisa talked to Homegirl Moni, you know what I mean?
You said Psycho Sloth?
Yeah, Cycle Sloth.
I've seen that name pop up a lot, Noah. That's weird.
You know, he came to the house and we gave him some game, gave him a list that I give you this list made by Oh That's Filthy, Stephen J. And it's a rollout list, a checkout list of everything you need for a rollout.
Wow, that's awesome.
And then on the back, it has a time list to where your time of the rollout and how many posts you're gonna put up and all of this to where you write it down and you serving yourself accountability. You know what I mean? So
wow, that's amazing.
Sometimes we just do that,
bro. Like I got I told 86 Inka this too. I'm gonna tell you. I know you're big on giving flowers. I want you to receive these flowers, bro. I love you. I think you've done amazing. I've personally learned a lot from you throughout the years. You and Lisa.
Same here.
Eddie, the whole team, PlatformCollection. We all think very highly of you guys. Speaking of touring, I learned to tour from you, basically. So I think that what you're doing and the value that you can give back, especially with these courses, I can't wait for that. Guys, for sure, follow Noah James just for that. Because I'm already thinking of people. I know you're thinking the same people, Eddie. There's some people that I will tell to take that class immediately because that's what they're literally looking for. And you can answer a lot of their questions. So if you are a young artist, please follow Noah James. If you're if you're just trying to find your way through this, follow Noah James because he is one of those people who is finding his way through this. but he shares everything. He tells you
Yeah, ask
all
me
the steps.
questions,
He doesn't
man.
keep
Yeah.
you any secrets about this shit. It's important to him
ask
that you
me
know this.
ask me questions. I have people try to hit me up, but they don't ask me questions, or they want me to hit them up and I'm like, nah, just DM me and ask me a question.
Ooh,
It's
there
really
you go.
that's what I do. I literally hit people up and get an answer back. I would hit up Nas with a question and actually get an answer back.
Wow.
I would hit people up with a question.
Yeah.
A
That's dope.
real question, not how I blow up in my city, or how do I go viral, or how do I do this, or how do I get signed, and all of that. You know what I mean? You're gonna get answers that you're not ready for because your heart's on your sleeve.
Yeah, because you wouldn't be asking that question if you were ready.
You know, if I tell you it's all about who you know, people hate that, but like shit, that's one of it. It's your Rolodex.
Yep.
Yeah.
We just talked about that with 86 Inka. Like he was saying the same thing, and they're newer people in the scene and getting their and doing good work. And they've already talked about the number one importance is that this is a people game over everything. And I thought that was really insightful. That encourages me. I know it encourages you too when you see younger brands come up and they're already talking that talk like they know what we're talking about, and that's super dope because. On some level, Noah, I'm super proud of you because I know that part of what even younger brands coming up, they've been influenced by stuff that you've done and movements that you've done and L's you took for all of us so that we could all learn shit. You know what I mean? How important those things are, you know?
Man, that's love, man. My OGs, man, same, man. I seen L's, I took it. My OGs took them. You know, and blessed me with just a little bit of knowledge or a little bit of nudge to take these leaps on myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, all even mentally, physically, in the rap world, you know, it just, you know, I just took it. And like I said, when it comes to the branding part, I really just extracted who I am, man, like all the way. Like, who is Noah James? What words do I like using? And like, you know, like you see right now, you see Mirror Mirror, right? Mirror Mirror got a song where I say self-love is really magic. Stars are holographic, right? And that song came out like 2019. But that line is picking up right now because I performed the song so much.
Wow.
Right?
And you're giving new life to it.
And now we got merch coming out with it, you know? So we got
You don't stop, Noah. You don't stop.
So now we got the self-love is really magic merch coming out with it. And it's like, that's from 2019. Wow. You know, like I told people, like, brand far, like, if you look at my Twitter, it says Sir Manifest.
Yes.
That's my other alias, Sir Manifest, or Majin Buddha or Mountain Mover, right? But Sir Manifest is sounding really good. So it's like, you know, sooner or later I might have a song, or I might have some merch, or I have, you know, Madam Manifest or Sir Manifest, some his, like, just because I just like the way that sounds, and when I say it, my chest go up.
Nice. And that's how you know it's a winner.
That's how I know, because I feel good. Like, it's electrifying. It's like wrestling. I'm like, yeah, man, if I was like, you know, a wrestler or something like that, and I can sell this. Yeah. I can sell this, as I can sell Manifest as a wrestler. You know?
Man, well, no, I'll tell you this. How I know that you guys are good people, because my chest goes out when I say that Lisa and Noah are my friends. And it's really, really dope, man, that you guys are doing great. Much love to Lisa. Let's get Lisa on this show soon too, man. I need that one-on-one. Way overdue.
Yeah, I'm
way overdue.
Yeah, man.
We're gonna do because we're gonna do a whole episode on managing brands and managing artists, and I think she'd be great for that. So,
hell yeah,
man. God, thank you so much, dude, for coming through, bro. People, please follow Noah James on everything that he does. Like I said, and look out for those classes, guys. Those are must-take classes. Talk about a master class. That's a master class right there. And you know he's gonna give you the value for it. He's right here, and then take him up, guys. Look, if you're a young artist and you're trying to get in this game, and Noah James just said, DM me if you have a question, you're crazy if you don't do that. You're crazy. Do that, please. Noah, thank you so much, man.
Might not be the answer you was looking for, but you're gonna get an answer.
You're going to get an answer, though.
Real quick, Noah, I'm going to hit you up soon. We want to get you on the Heartful Truth podcast.
Oh, yeah, we have this. So there's this new podcast coming. Oh, no, in fact, I'm going to just tell you right now. So there's a new podcast coming with 7 Octobers and her sister, Melly, where they talk about the emotional journeys that artists go through. They want you to be one of their first guests, and because their first, listen to this, their first episodes is dealing with loss. And they want to, because they recently lost their grandma.
Yep.
And so they'd be honored if you come on. We'd all be honored. So the invite is there.
Platform Collection, whatever y'all need from me.
Thank you, bro.
It's always everyone. Like it's always love. I just broke down your. Someone was asking me about like, yo, I'm trying to create this platform and it builds with other like platforms. And I like, listen, go check this platform out. Right?
That's what's up.
And they went and checked. They like, oh shit. I said, so I said, you can build with them.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
To create something. So it's crazy. Like I've been over the week, people have been trying to like, they want to create what y'all doing. So I'm like, yo, create a Voltron real fast. Like,
hell yeah. We're always open for that, bro. But yeah, man, thank you so much. Oh, and then I'm throwing it out here right now because I saw him in the chat room. Shout out to Longhair 5150. Bro, I know you know that we're helping grow a brand called the Secret Saviors of Underground Hip Hop. It's an NFT brand. We just put out our first series, Gift of Gabs on it, idea. But what it really is it's just that name, invented by Tumex, the Secret Saviors of Underground Hip Hop. What that really means. And you are for sure one of those people. You are one of the saviors of underground hip hop. I definitely would love to see a Secret Saviors NOA card.
I think that
has to happen at some point. So please start considering that as well, man. I'd love to see you in that NFT space as your own card as well, man. And it's really dope. They're giving the proceeds to the art, like to artists are going to get royalties off of that for life, which is dope. So I'm throwing it out there. I'm trying to get this energy and make these things happen. That would be really dope. I'd be honored to see you take part in that as well. Okay, word up.
With NFTs, let me know what we can do. I'm doing merch with NFTs, so one of the utilities can be it comes with a t-shirt.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Long hair, if you're listening,
he's on there. There
it is, Long Hair. You've wanted Noah James. We're all fans of yours, Noah, so we would love to see it. But dude, thank you so much, man. Come back again real soon. Much love to you and Lisa. We'll talk to you very soon, bro.
Much love. Thank you. I'll be in Diego March 10th.
Woo.
Word.
Let's do this.
Yeah, we'll come say what's up.
Let's go.
All right, man. Talk to you soon. Love you too.
Peace.
Ladies and gentlemen, Noah James, man. Literally one of the best ones out there, bro. I can't say enough about Noah James.
So much knowledge that was just dropped within like this time. Wow.
Just in this little bit of period. Yeah, if you take this episode, man, and just play it back. I mean, the team of 86 Inka, Noah James. I mean, that alone, they could teach a class on how to build brands, on how to move, the challenges that they're up against. And I know both of them have open door policies. The guys at 86 Inka and Noah James, they both have open door policies. So if you're an artist trying to get on the platforms that they work with or trying to get advice on how they do the things that they do, the magic that they create, dude, play this back and listen, hit them up, DM them. Seriously. Like if you listen to Noah already and he just said, DM me and I'll get back to you with, that's crazy. You're crazy if you don't take people up on that. And by the way, you could DM us anytime, me or OG Hip Hop Eddie. If you're like, hey man, I like that question, or you know what, you shouldn't have asked that question, or why did you ask? Hit me up. Let me know, man. I'm trying to get better too.
Send them over, yeah.
I'm trying to get better too at this. I'm sharing with you guys the people that I think are amazing. I think Noah James amazing. I think the team at 86 Inka is amazing. I think Secret Saviors of Underground Hip Hop is amazing. People are doing some really cool things. And if you are one of those people who maybe at the very least are into freedom and independence, this is where you want to be.
Yeah.
Everyone over on this side is trying to be free and working in an independent way.
For sure.
That's real shit, y'all. That's real shit. So if this is your first time discovering this community, I am honored that you came through this door. But if not, go through any of these doors because they're all going to lead you to the same place, to goodness.
When he was saying about the Tetris stuff,
2
weeks ago, I just put that app on there, thinking like I need to try to start working
My brain out, right?
And I'm like, this is a way to do it.
But I mean, how many times has that happened?
I was like, he said it. I was like, what?
You and I have done podcasting for a long time, right?
Yeah.
And it's like I said, like every time we have somebody on, the frequencies, and this is what I've learned more and more. The frequencies line up. And what I mean by the frequencies is me and Eddie will usually be going over questions in our own head about our own lives, about our own things away from the show. Every time we interview somebody, they drop gems that affect us directly.
Right.
That's how I know they can give you guys value if you're listening. Because you might be hearing about these names and these faces for the first time, or you might be very familiar with them. But what they do, all of them do, and this is something I can vouch for, and I'm saying it right now live on air, is they're about the truth.
Yes.
Mostly they are people searching for the truth and trying to get other people to understand the truth. That's always something dope to bet on. Shout out to NOA JAMES, 86 Inka, for coming through.
And so open to tell you the truth.
So open, man. I mean, guys, if you get in this industry long enough, you realize that attitude is a rare one. It is a rare one. Not everyone's looking to share their experiences. A lot of people hoard that stuff like it's money. But we're NFTs though. Yes. If we're anything, we're NFTs. We're trying to give it to everybody. Everybody needs to get in on it. But yeah, man, shout out to them. Shout out. And if you guys have ideas of stuff you guys want to hear about from artists, we're gonna keep tapping in all year. Like we said, we just moved over here to PlatformCollection full time on the YouTube. We're really gonna build up this page. There's tons of shows coming. You just heard NOA JAMES is gonna be on that first episode of The Heartful Truth. And in fact, dude, The Heartful Truth, shout out to Millie and Gabby. They're about to have a podcast that's out of this world. From what can I say who you booked today?
Yeah, man. Go ahead.
This motherfucker, he just booked XP the Marksman for their show. So on that show, you're going to get Millie and Gabby talking about like the emotional journey of artists, and two names you already going to get right off the bat is NOA JAMES and XP the Marksman. What? Crazy.
And Mickey Vale.
Mickey Vale too. Oh my God. So it's going to be super crazy, guys. Look out for all the shows coming up. We got new stuff coming up, new series, bunch of stuff.
New everything.
One of the things I'm really excited, and I want to share this with you guys so that one, I can manifest this out there in a good way, but we are working on a live performance show unlike anything you guys have ever seen. I can honestly say that. I've looked at the market. I see the live streaming. I see what everybody's doing. And there's a lot of good stuff out there. I like it. But I think we're going to bring something to the table that nobody's ever done. We're going to lean on our strengths at PlatformCollection. So we're going to bring in some of your favorite artists to perform in a way that you've never seen them perform before, in a way that they've never performed before. So look out for that. It's going to be really amazing. We're looking to launch it somewhere around the end of February, early March. And it's going to be dope. It's going to be dope. So, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Man, we went late today. We went 2 hours, but I think it was worth it. I think you guys got a lot of good information. Keep this, save this podcast on wherever you save podcasts. Make sure you like, subscribe. Again, those things matter. Like, subscribe, add a comment. If you're getting any value out of this, that's our trade. That's our agreement. That's us shaking hands. Like, you like the content, you're going to use that content in your whole life. Cool. Leave a comment. Right. NOA JAMES is super dope. 86 Inka team, super dope. Whatever.
Long hair 5150 is super dope.
Secret Saviors is super dope. You can leave whatever comment you want. Like I said, you could just put an emoji. What you're doing is you're just chipping in on that thing that Noah said. You're investing in this.
Right. Yep.
You putting those comments is like adding investment. You're buying stock in this. You're watching this grow. And we read those comments. We watch those comments. We watch the chat room. And this is obviously, if you're not here, not everybody's here to catch this live. Most people catch this on the recorded version of that because you guys got lives. We like to do it live so that you know that one, everything that we're talking about on this Sunday show is an unedited, free-for-all show. So it's stream of consciousness. You're getting it right from us, right from the artist to y'all. So again, please share, subscribe, tell a friend, grab the video, post it on your Facebook, chop it up, put something on your Telegram, whatever you want to do. All those things help. And I will say this, if at the end of the day you find all those things maybe a little too much effort, just follow the artist that we had on the show.
Right.
Do that at least for us. follow 86 Inka, follow Noah James. And that's enough, really. But if you want to do that extra thing, like I said, there's a lot of ways you can do that. One of them is just to press that thumbs up, leave a comment, share, subscribe. Turn on your alerts if you're hardcore and you want to know when we drop these, because we're going to start dropping these out of nowhere. They're just going to drop sometimes. And we got a bunch of new people coming. Who do we you know anybody who we have coming up, or can you say yet?
We got Sully, man. Sully's coming next
that's
week.
right. Shout out to Sully from the Secret Saviors of Underground Hip Hop family.
Yep.
Sully just dropped some NFTs. He's going to be on the show next week talking about, I think what we're going to talk about next week is new ways to market yourself. Like the new emerging ideas, like NFTs, like these things that are coming on. You know what? I'm definitely going to have 50 long hair 5150 on here. Hopefully he'll do this. He doesn't like to get interviewed that much, but
let's get him
but
in.
we need people on here. We need people on here sharing the knowledge of what that NFT world is. I know that scares some people. It's confusing to some people, but trust me, guys, I've checked it out. If you follow my stuff, you know I'm honest about this stuff. I wouldn't tell you to get into something that's not there. The future is NFTs and crypto.
Right.
The crypto world, that is the future. Stop fighting it. Find a way that you can make it work for you. And things are changing. It's a fast world. Things are ever changing. And if you follow like a company like Secret Saviors, dude, these guys are people who used to sell CDs out the trunk. These guys are people who used to upload stuff to SoundCloud and let it flow out to the world. Like they've gone through every step, and they're just at this step now because they understand what's coming in the future. Trust the brands that are behind these brands. Trust them. Look who is behind Secret Saviors of Underground Hip Hop. Look into that. These are people who are tested. They've done these things and they see something here. Just pay attention to it. Get in it early right now. Like me and Eddie, we're not NFT guys. We didn't know anything about crypto.
Yep.
Once I got a little educated on it, and then I saw how it benefited the artist. Because at the end of the day, what's going to happen with NFTs is they're going to benefit the artist more than anybody. And if you're a fan of art and you're someone who consumes art, and maybe you just do it by a $9.95 bill every month because of Spotify, or that's how you support, that's fine. But guess what? You could support the artist directly.
Yep.
You could support them directly. Literally, you buying an NFT is putting money in their pocket. You'll see. We'll try to get Noah James in on that. That would be super dope.
Oh, yeah.
A Secret Save, because Noah James is a Secret Savers. But anyways, go check that out. Secret Savers of Underground Hip Hop. Shout out to them. Shout out to the Beat Block. Make sure you tune in to Beat Block. Is that this week, right? This week coming up, Thursday? Because it wasn't last weekend?
Yeah,
it wasn't last week. Was it last week?
Yes.
Damn, time flies.
Man, I gotta look at my
Or was it?
I'm
No.
just kind of confused now.
No, I think it's this coming. I think it's coming up. Yes, 7.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yes, the B Block. Yes, it's coming up.
February 3rd.
February 3rd. So tune into that. I will be tuned in the chat room. Let's chop it up. Let's hang out.
Yep.
My new thing is I play video games while I listen to Gene's show,
Oh,
and it's
yeah.
dope. It's like a dope soundtrack.
It is. It is.
And so, guys,
Send
thank
your
you.
beats to me.
Send your beats.
hiphop80@gmail.com.
There it is.
There it goes. Minimum 3 beats, 1 to 3 minutes, and also the Parker Edison podcast. You got
Yes.
to check that one out.
Check that out. Anywhere podcasts are found, guys. We'll see you guys next time. That was the internet, guys. And
I saw a lot of it today.
we saw a lot of it today, guys. So we'll see you guys every Sunday, 7 p.m. right here on Platform Collection. My name is KILLcRey. This is OG Hip Hop Eddie. That's the internet, and we see it.